June 29, 2024. My skin was like this on this day. I felt so repulsive to take a photo. First year mid student who puts too much pressure on herself to do her best. Always pushing myself to the highest of my potential. But this feature of me had repercussion, and I was seeing it on my face. My face felt so big when I washed my face or even touched my face. It hurts when I put my hand on my jaw to rest my head. Stress. All the pressure I was putting on myself was showing on my face. I took a picture of myself while looking in the mirror. Sun shining on my face, trying my hardest to smile. But today, I don't have that fear of capturing a video of myself. I don't hesitate to pull out my phone whenever to take a video. This is me. This is me today.
I got too precious to take the blues away.
I am Samiksha, and this is my journey on a medication that took away my pain, my shame, my hesitation to film myself, my hesitation to look at myself, that brought me back my confidence, gave me some self-worth, but it gave me a new pain, and we will get to that in a minute. After I felt so repulsive, I just made a decision that I'm not gonna hold back from capturing myself. Kind of felt like a reminder to not be so hard on myself. Like I shouldn't be ashamed of what my face looks like and shouldn't be ashamed of what I have done to my face. I didn't know I was being so hard on myself, but now I see it, and being ashamed of it is only gonna make it worse. So I just captured myself like normal. I even tried posing. I was showing off a feature on my face. If you look at it like you are modeling for acne, it gets better. At that time, I was at hostel, and people would tell me like how bad my pimples have gotten. Like it's not a new story for me to have some pimple on my face, but this time it was really severe, and people would ask me how it got so bad, and I will tell them stress. There was one senior, he asked me, and I told him it's cause of stress, pre-boards coming up. And he said, if you are this stressed at pre-board of first year, what the hell are you gonna do on final year? And I thought to myself, like, I might die. I might die on final year. Pre-board, there was holiday, so I came home, and I once went out with my mom. I'm never leaving house alone. That's some introvert shit. I feel at ease when I'm with someone, when I'm traveling outside away from my home. So we met one auntie. I was wearing a mask, mind you, and the mask couldn't even hide the pimples on my face because it was over this area. Hormonal acne, And she saw pimples through my mask, and she screamed and gasped looking at my pimples. She acted like she saw some ghost or something, and after a bit she calmed down and told me that she has a remedy. Her son also had pimples like me, and he drank a lot of water and it went away. Does he think that I haven't tried it? At this point, I was having pimples for like 7 years, teenage and all. It got really bad during lockdown period, but I have tried every remedy to make it heal or not make pimples come on my face. At that moment, I just wanted to disappear from the face of earth. Like I wanted to explode right then and there, and I would go everywhere, but at least I would escape from this interaction. I wanted to cry I wanted to cry my eyes out. I wanted to cry my eyes out. But I composed myself and I just stared at my mom. Mom, we gotta go. And she understood the assignment. That day, everyone would stare at my cheek, I remember. And I was really uncomfortable because people were noticing my pimples through my mask. After this, my mom asked me to assist her to go to hospital. And at the hospital counter, she told me, let's go to Dharma. I felt like I had a solution to my problem, like going to Dharma will solve my problem. I felt like that when mom told me. I just jumped. Not like internally jumped. It struck me that there is a solution to my problem right here, right now. And I went to the Dharma. I sat down. The doctor looked at my face. She wrote down in OPD paper, acne grade 3 to 4. My eyes went big. Like it felt like I was suppressing my emotions. I was numbing myself to emotions of shame, or I was just gaslighting myself into thinking that it's not a big deal. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. And she wrote grade 3 to 4. And I was like, oh my god, I had been underestimating myself. I had been suppressing so much emotions of shame, fear, guilt. Like what I have done to my face. But there was also a sense of relief in it. Like if I am getting diagnosed properly, if she can write acne grade 3 to 4, there is also a cure for that. I hope, but there is. So she recommended Isotretinoin to me. I had only heard people go on Accutane and all, and I knew about it, but I never thought that I would be on it. Never. Like it didn't occur to me that I could be under this medication for my acne. A new experience unlocked. But this medication, whenever you have something like a chronic disease or some shit, like when the grade is higher up, medicine is really potent, and that also means it comes with a lot of side effects. Isotretinoin, bitch. It had such a long side effect list. As the doctor prescribed me isotretinoin, she also told me about the side effects. The first one she mentioned is I would be really dry. Like my eyes will be dry, mainly my lips will be dry. And yeah, I was feeling like a snake. I'm really glad she told me, otherwise I would be really devastated. Maybe I would be really afraid of what is happening to my face. I would think it was some reaction or some shit. But I'm glad she told me. And she also told me that my skin will get really sensitive to sun. And she also told me that it will get worse before it gets better. Like the pimple underneath my skin will come up. And the first month, fuck, I was really in pain. But that's gone now. And she also told me to get my liver function test and cholesterol checked. And she also told me to hydrate properly because I would be dry. But she never told me about a serious side effect that would ruin my life. That would ruin the experience I was having on isotretinoin. Can you guess which one? Come on, right now. Write in comments what do you think I have. This sounds like I have something expensive and exclusive to myself, and it's actually myalgia. Like not a jewelry or something, but it is severe muscle pain. Like I used to work out a lot. I loved working out. If I didn't exercise, I think I would have probably died from stress. And exercise was the only medium where I can release those stress. Like I would feel much better after having a workout. This stress also had some other whole new reaction, but that's a story for another day. Just know I really used to love exercise, and I was not warned about this side effect. Like I read the paper, I read arthralgia, myalgia, but one thing I know about side effects is some people get them and some people don't. and I didn't consider myself to be victim of this side effect. So I exercised as usual, and I gonna tell you that I didn't hydrate properly. I didn't hydrate properly, Ugh. And I'm kind of ashamed of that. But I'm just a girl. Ooh. I'm just dehydrated little girl. What can I do? I used to drink water, but not so seriously. Like 1 liter a day type shit. But I didn't take that one seriously. And I paid the price. Guess who couldn't exercise anymore because of muscle pain? It's motherfucking me. I went ham on exercise, like I always used to go ham on exercise. Just to remind me, this is a really stressful period for me, pre-boards, and I have to study a lot. And there is a lot of pressure I am putting on myself. And where is this all stress gonna go? I have to have a medium to let the stress out, and I used to exercise like ham. And my muscle started paining. Ooh. I can't even tell you how bad it was. I couldn't even go to sleep due to the pain. I woke up in the morning. I get out of bed and my leg wouldn't move. Like, it was really painful to move my leg because of the pain. So in this segment, we are going to be looking at how isotretinoin works and why the side effects happen. What is the root cause of the side effects? Because when you know the specific problem, you are more likely to find the specific solution for the problem. And that's why we are going to be diving a bit deep into the side effects, because I wish I had researched all of these stuff, and I wish I knew these stuff while I was suffering. You guys are currently on isotretinoin or about to start it or considering it, so I just felt like it would help you guys out. It's also kind of using my expertise, like using my degrees to explain stuff, because I actually do understand what these medical terms mean more than an average person outside of medicine field would understand while reading the words or terms. So let's get into it. So first, let's get into the mechanism of action of isotretinoin, because many of the side effects are cause of how the medication works. When we study a drug, most of the time a drug that is solving a problem will cause the same problem as side effects. Does that make sense? Like, we are interfering with a natural process of the body, so the interference might solve a particular problem, but that interference also brings some side effects. Mainly, the isotretinoin works by shrinking the sebaceous glands of the skin. And if you don't know the structure of skin, it is like this. The sebaceous gland, they have important functions in our skin. It makes the skin surface oily. It acts as a barrier for the cells of skin underneath, and it also prevents the skin cells from drying and everything. So it is a protective factor. But these bacteria on our skin, Propionium, bacterium, acne, and more, especially P. acnes is the main culprit. So these bacteria feed on the oils of our skin and also the oils of sebaceous gland, and they multiply, and that causes acne. If you don't know how acne is caused, so when we are considering isotretinoin, nothing else works. Antibiotics are not working, and instead of targeting these bacteria that are feeding on the oil, while using isotretinoin, we target the sebaceous gland itself. Shrink the food of the bacteria dies itself, and it cannot cause the acne. So that's the first mechanism of action. And also, isotretinoin, it increases the regeneration time of cells. So if you don't know, the skin is made up of layers. Right now I don't remember the layers. I figure I will put somewhere. These skin layer, they are constantly regenerating, and the top layer has most of the melanin. They progressively get more melanated as they progress up in the skin, and the top layer of skin is gradually shed out, and the skin cell layer underneath it comes up. So what isotretinoin or any other retinoid family or vitamin A essentially does is they increase the regeneration time. Like, the normal time the cells go from base layer to top layer, that time is decreased. So frequency is increased. So the cells regeneration time increases, and that means the pimples, nodular pimples which are on the base layer of skin, those also come up, and that causes purging it first gets worse before it gets better. So moving on from the mechanism of action, when the isotretinoin shrinks the sebaceous glands, oil is less. All jolly, no bacteria, the acne will be cleared eventually. But the gland was naturally creating oils on our skin. So when the sebaceous gland shrinks, the oil is reduced and our skins become dry to the point of peeling. Yeah, it is solving a problem and also creating a new side effect. Also, these new skin cells, they are not that equipped with melanin, and also they are new cells, so they are a bit vulnerable to sun, and as the oil layer is getting reduced, the skin becomes sensitive to sun because the barrier is quite weak to protect against sun, and that's why the skin becomes sun sensitive, and we are encouraged to put on sunscreen and put on SPF containing lip balms. Also, the dryness of lips, it is really common. I have even heard that the doctors look at whether the lips are dry or not to see if the medication is working. We are taking isotretinoin orally, and it is essentially vitamin A. Let me tell you, there are 4 vitamins which are fat soluble: A, D, E and K. So if you take isotretinoin with oily food like avocado, peanut butter, it is encouraged to take with oily food so that the absorption is good, and doctors see if the medication is actually reaching bloodstream and getting absorbed and is working by looking at the dryness of your lips. So please don't freak out, just invest in good moisturizer. Now coming to extra side effects, not related to the mechanism of action itself, but other reaction in the body, because the medication once absorbed is going systemically, which means it is going all over the body, not only to skin. And other side effects are mainly muscle pain and joint pain. So these are the most common side effects written in the paper, side effect paper and all. So they also mention arthralgia and myalgia. This isotretinoin medicine, it actually decreases L-carnitine in mitochondria, and our muscle cells, it is jam packed with mitochondria because it requires a lot of energy. Like me doing this much also requires energy, and these mitochondria require L-carnitine for their proper functioning. And isotretinoin decreases that L-carnitine, so it causes muscle pain due to deficiency of L-carnitine. And if a person is previously deficient with L-carnitine, it makes the muscle pain worse. What I have studied, I didn't find this in research while I was searching, but what I have studied is vitamin A also causes increase in cell production, likewise it did with the increase in production of cells of skin. It also increases the production of immune cells, and immune cells are also the cells that are constantly regenerating, just like our skin cells. It is in fact, I think, cause of retinoid X factor present in DNA, and DNA essentially produces protein and cell and all. So I guess that is, I didn't find this in research, this is me putting my own 2 cells together. So I am not 100% sure about this info I am giving, but I think about it and I feel like this could also be a reason. So I'm just telling you idea. Vitamin A, it helps with cell production in skin. It also does that with immune cells. So there will be more immune cells present, and it can lead to conditions like insertion tendonitis and inflammation of joints, and that causes joint pain. So coming to joint pain, it has also been shown to increase homocysteine, and homocysteine, it causes damage to bone matrix. That was also what I found. I will illustrate somewhere here what that means. So isotretinoin basically inhibits an enzyme called cystathionein beta synthetase, which inhibits the conversion of homocysteine to cysteine. So there is accumulation of homocysteine, and this can also lead to liver dysfunction because the function of CBS is impaired. And isotretinoin also can lower the levels of folate and vitamin B12, which causes impairment in methionine and homocysteine pathway. So there is increase in homocysteine, and now it also causes liver problems and lipid profile problems. Our liver, it is quite a beautiful organ. It metabolizes many of the drugs, like neutralizes them. The liver puts substances or compounds on the active form of drug so that it is water soluble and can be excreted from our body. And to do that, our liver has various enzymes, and isotretinoin is also metabolized in liver. And when the dose is high or the liver is previously damaged from alcohol or other conditions that damage the liver, isotretinoin is more likely to cause liver damage in those conditions. And ALT, AST, which are essentially liver enzymes, and those are released more when there is liver damage, so they increase in blood. So we monitor AST, ALT to look at whether the liver is getting more damaged or not by looking at elevation of these enzymes. Also, it causes lipid profile changes because isotretinoin interferes with lipids which are present in plasma. Now, this is whole of what I study getting mentioned here, but essentially the fats and everything we intake, it is absorbed in intestine and it goes through blood to liver, and then it gets transformed into various other forms to get distributed to muscles, fats, etc. So chylomicrons is what is circulating in through the intestine, blood, and then liver. And in liver it gets converted to other form of lipid like LDL, VLDL, and those get stored in peripheral tissues. But when these chylomicrons are in plasma, our handy dandy isotretinoin stops them from going to liver. Also, there is a protein in liver called apoprotein. Lipid bind to these apoproteins and get uptaked in the liver. It disrupts with this apoprotein too, so that also causes lipid profile disruption. That's why we are really checking in on your liver functions and your lipid profile. And these two things are also interconnected, because if liver is damaged, this lipid profile will be disrupted, and if lipid profile is disrupted, liver is also disrupted. So we are looking at these two. And it is also a very strong teratogen. There is 3 trimester of pregnancy, and in first trimester the baby's organs and everything else is forming, and if isotretinoin comes in contact with the fetus, there will be deformities in the child, and it is better to prevent such situations. So they are really strict on not getting pregnant on isotretinoin. Even 3 months after the treatment is over, it is still in the plasma, and they prevent you from getting pregnant. I'm currently 3 months into my isotretinoin treatment. I still have acne marks.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What do you behold?
So yesterday I went for a checkup because my leg was paining a lot. He diagnosed me with insertion tendonitis.
Let your beauty unfold.
I recently went for a follow-up for my isotretinoin, and they calculated my cumulative dose, which came total to 3040 mg. And then I got the news that my dose needs to reach 6000 mg. Another 6 months. Okay, I know I was thinking in my head that I would not regret or hesitate to go second round on isotretinoin if I need to. But never in my head did I anticipate that this would go for longer than 6 months. That the first one will never end. To go for second round, first one is gonna be so long. I didn't know that. They told me 4 to 6 months. Okay, I don't blame them because I had a breakout. this big up to here pimple, nodular pimple, and over here you can still see the mark. They too appeared because I had formative exam and I was under stress. It came on my face, this big of a nodular pimple, and in for another month, and I know it's gonna be another 6 months, because if it takes 6 months to reach 3000 mg, then it takes another 6 months to reach 6000 mg. I'm in for it again, and my insertion tendonitis is bad as ever. I can't even walk straight. So I'm focusing a lot on hydration. I'm drinking ORS, which I hate, but I have to. Otherwise, I can't even walk properly. And I don't want to eat that toricoxybenzaid because it is giving me gastritis. So yeah, that's the update.
How do you see me?
Guess what, girlies? I went to hospital yesterday and they said they will end my medication in 6 weeks from now, and I'm so happy. I thought I was in for the whole year, and my leg was paining a lot, so I had to I was popping pills, but the pill was actually toricoxib. It helped with my leg, but it also gave me severe gastritis. The medication that was given to me to solve the side effect gave me side effects again, but I am happy that it is ending now. My doctor told me that this pimple will not look. I even got one, and this week, oh, this is making a straight line. I got a pimple, and I told them about it, and they replied that the pimples will come, the acne will come, but it will be very less severe, and it can be managed with ointment, and I don't have to be on oral medication, so that's a really big win for me. Good morning, I guess. With my puffy eyes, I've been off my meds since 6 days now, and I went to follow up like 3 days ago, and I'm off the meds. You know what? I saw a dream today that someone was putting makeup on my face, and I watched it like 5 minutes after the makeup was done, and I had pimples here too, and I was so scared. I'm still scared of acne. That's the vibe I'm getting from my dream. My subconscious is scared of acne, getting acne again, and having to struggle again. But you know, it will eventually happen. I know. So no point of being scared in it. A pimple or two will always come on my face, and that's not a very big deal. The only big deal is whole of my face being covered with hundreds of nodular pimples. That's the real risky thing. One or two pimples cannot do anything to me. I can handle them like some dust. I'm really happy to be off my meds because nearly for 10 months I took those meds. Damn. Being consistently taking medicine for 10 months is crazy. Like I have some terminal illness, but okay, it was kind of terminal illness, like stress. So yeah, let me show you. What? My god, I'm so sore. This muscle pain from this medicine is still persisting. I don't know what to do. So this is my skin today with nothing on. Like I just washed my face, and this is my bare face without anything.
How can I see you? How do you see me? How can I see you?
So now 6 months of isotretinoin, and this is my skin. Still get a bit of pimples, but not so bad. Not bad at all. I can't even complain. Like it's not bad at all. Stress management, it is going somewhere. I am all or nothing right now. It's not managed that well, but I am not in chronic stress right now. Not taking life too seriously. I've been taught that from this fucker. My stress and my anxiety will kill me first, then the thing I'm afraid of. The thing I'm actually afraid of has really less chance of killing me than the fear of that thing, due to which I'm giving myself stress and anxiety. It has more chance of killing me. That was such a hard decision, like hard mental shift to make, because I can't just go like this from stress to not being stressed. Like if some days I feel stress and anxiety and I try to manage it with meditation or breathing or anything, after that I would not feel any fear at all, to the point of losing motivation to study. And this happens again and again and again, and still it is happening, and I don't know what to do, but I hope I get better. I have to remind myself why I am doing all this. If you have managed to do that, please give me tips, because I am losing my mind about this shit. So stress management, it is going somewhere. Some days I am full on managing it, some days are good, some days I feel a bit of palpitation and gastritis, but that's all it is. Not too bad. I remind myself taking things seriously can kill me. Take it easy, because in the hindsight of things, I may not even feel like it's this bad. In the hindsight of things, I will regret having this much stress than not having any stress. What about muscle pain? Well, muscle pain, it was still occurring. It's been 6 months, and only some days ago I did yoga, and first time in a while my body didn't ache like it used to, and I'm really grateful for that, because I can finally get back to workout. Like, workout feels so good. I'm still terrified of the workout though. I am only just having courage to do yoga, because even walking would be hard for me. Now I can at least do yoga, and I'm happy for that. Also, my skin is a bit sensitive now. Like, I could tap on my face and it will get red. Like, I have some blush on. Can you see? This is quite a, you know, this is a fun one. But my skin used to get red even when I was in sun. So, ooh, ooh, bad sign. Now to the final question. Would I do this again if I have to? And my answer is absolutely yes. 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 It's a new type of confidence to come this bare face and present yourself and not be terrified to look at yourself. It's such a positive change in self-worth department that I feel like if I again go to a point where I have to do this again, I would do it. I'm also really lucky that my face doesn't show much scarring. My pimple, even though I pick at it a lot, which bitch don't do it, but even though I do all that, I am really lucky that my skin doesn't scar like that. And if I had not went to derma, I don't even wanna imagine what my face would look like right now. Who knows, a bit more nodular than that type of pimple might have caused such levels of scarring. But I'm really grateful that there is no scar on my face now, except this. But it's not because of pimples. So I would again go on the journey. But if I am to again go on a journey, I have some rules for myself. The first rule is don't be hard on yourself, bitch. Don't be hard on yourself. The stress and anxiety will kill you before the things you are afraid of. And second, ORS every day or every other day. I actually really hate ORS, but there is a trade-off, and I think taste is really low of a concern for you. And third, don't pick at your skin, because you are acting like a monkey that picks on their wound and make the wound bigger instead of letting it heal. In Nepali we call it badar ko ghau, and I always act like that with my wounds. So don't be a monkey that picks at the skin. Oh my god, this sounds so bad. Ooh. And final one. Just know that you could get through whatever. The pain you feel is temporary. Because even if you die, the pain is temporary because you have died permanently. I don't know what I'm saying, but it kind of makes sense. Like, I even wrote it like, because even if you die, the pain is temporary as you are permanently dead. Also, if you are watching this, I know you are struggling with acne or already on a journey with isotretinoin. I request you to go to doctor first. All these remedies and all these influencers are giving you medication like it's all personalized. No, please actually consult a professional if you can, to the best of your ability, because like only professionals can give you personalized cure for your pain. Because all the other people prescribing you, like these influencers, they have a motive behind it, and we people actually don't know. Like, we are always trying to put so many things on our skin. Doctors always give you the bare minimum, and that's the thing you require right now. Instead of making it worse, just do things that heal, like moisturizer, sunscreen, and a treatment. That's all you need. Fuck nothing else. Like, all these things are really doing more harm to your skin than it is doing good, and it is only doing good for people selling it. Like, just stop being influenced by everything and go to actual professional, is what my advice to you first. And if you are currently on a journey, babes, you will be fine. Even if you are a man, I am calling you babes because it feels good. You will be fine. And if you are having side effects, go to a doctor and consult them. Even if they dismiss your symptoms, like these derma people, they are prescribing you a medication, even they are not aware of all the symptoms. Like, I had to go to orthopedics and I had to tell myself there is side effect written in there, and then only I was diagnosed with insertion tendonitis. If I had only relied on derma, I would have just been suffering my whole treatment term and even more, who knows. But I choose to take my symptoms seriously, and I went for a second opinion and I got diagnosed. So please don't be afraid of searching for a solution, because there is a solution out there for your side effect. Now guess what? Thank you for sticking along this long. This is the part where someone would tell you to subscribe, but me, I am threatening you to subscribe, because bitch, you clearly enjoy hearing me yap, and you clearly enjoy getting information I provide. So if you have made it this far, I threaten you to subscribe. Go ahead, click on that subscribe button fast. You did it? Okay. I love you for that. Thank you. And if you want me to yap on any other topics, you can comment down below. Also, you can drop any questions you have. Like, if you have any questions that I have not covered here, please question me in the comments. I will try to reply to each and every one of you. And if it's a lot, then I can make another video, win-win bitches. Okay. But I promise you I will try to give you reply. And one last thing, I know what you are feeling and what you are going through. You are not alone in this. Please try to find people who are on the same journey as you. Having a sense of community really is beneficial to us. And I want to give you a virtual hug from here. Like, come on. Yeah. Hope you're feeling better now. And on that note, babes, I'm out. Thank you for sticking with this video till the last. If you stayed till last, I wanna see an plain emoji. I love the things that fly. No, you can put any emoji which can fly. It can be a fly, a butterfly, a plane, even a frisbee. Just know it will be like an inside joke. Okay. Thank you for watching.